guys, welcome back to Rainy Day Science with the Wareham Land Trust. My name is Melissa and I serve as the Youth Education Coordinator at Wareham Land Trust in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today we are going to be making our own barometers at home. So, last video we talked about why it rains and how air pressure affects rain. And in the video before that we talked about condensation and how clouds form. So if we want to predict whether or not it will be a cloudy day or a rainy day, we need a barometer or an air pressure meter. And this is one fun, easy way to do it right at your house. So you will be able to predict the weather just like your meteorologist or weather person. All right, my friends, so for today's experiment, you will need just a few things that you can probably find around your house. And there are substitutions you can make in order to make it easier if you don't have something that I have in this pile here. So the first thing you're gonna need is either a latex glove or a balloon. I don't have balloons at my house right now, so I'm using latex gloves. You could also probably use saran wrap. I haven't tried that yet. It's a little bit thin, but it would also work for this purpose. You will also need a jar or metal can of some sort. Doesn't matter the size. You will need a rubber band. I'm using a hair elastic because that is all I have. You will need a straw. You do want a straight straw, so I'm using paper straws. You do not want a bendy straw for that. And then you will also need tape and glue of some sort. The glue can be a glue stick. It actually works better if you use super glue, but this is all I have on hand right now, so that is what I'm going to be using. You will need a nail or pin or needle to go in the end of the straw for your indicator. And you will also need a piece of paper and a pen or pencil or marker. And that is all you will need for today. All right, so let's get started. The first step is going to include your jar, your scissors, your rubber band, and your rubber of some sort. So in this case, it's going to be my gloves. If I were doing this with a balloon, you're going to want to cut the neck or the spot where you blow into the balloon off before you try to do this. And then you are going to cinch or stretch the balloon around the lid of the jar. But since I'm doing this with the glove, I'm actually going to be using the palm portion rather than the fingers. Now I have this big section and I'm just going to play around with it and stretch it over my lid to try to find the spot that is the thickest. Yeah, so my spot is gonna be right here. I'm gonna pull that down so that it is nice and tight. If you have a friend, sibling, or parent that would like to help you with this, one of you can hold it down and the other person can take your rubber band or elastic and just put it right around the outside to secure it. So you now have a nice airtight seal on the top of your jar. All right, guys, so step number 2. We are now that we have our jar all set and ready to go, we need to attach our straw to the lid. So what you are going to do is put your straw about halfway over the top and you are going to glue it down. Now, you're going to let this dry. Okay, so now that this is dry, what you are going to do is you are going to attach your needle. Now, if you do not have a needle or if you want to do something that isn't as sharp, you can absolutely cut a small arrow out of a piece of paper and tape that to this end. Now that I have that taped on, we will move on to step 3. Okay, so step number 3 is going to be where you make your marker to see how the air pressure is changing. So you are going to tape a piece of paper to the wall next to where you're planning to have your barometer. What you're going to do is take your barometer with the point on the end and put it so that it is almost touching. You're going to mark on the paper where your pointer currently is, and then you're going to make a mark about 1 centimeter above and 1 centimeter below that mark and label them high and low. And those are going to be your indicators to see whether or not it is higher or lower air pressure. I will be right back. All right, so this is how my final barometer looks. Feel free to illustrate your paper to reflect what we have learned, that with higher pressure, we generally get more sun and less rain, and then with lower pressure, we usually get clouds and rain. So use this barometer in the future. As you notice your pointer moving upward and downward, you can make your own observations about how air pressure affects the weather. Thank you all so much for watching. To learn more about the Wareham Land Trust, please visit us at our website, Facebook, or Instagram. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. We will see you next time for the next edition of Rainy Day Science. This video is brought to you by the Wareham Land Trust, and we will see you soon.